What's happening, guys? Just a quick recap of what's been going on the last few weeks here. It's been extremely busy, both with the podcast and with the bagel shop. The colleges have started back up, so my time is extremely thin. So I really have to get these shows done pretty quickly. But we're doing a great job putting them together and getting them out. I'm going to go over it real quick. But first, as I always do, I do a little house cleaning. I wanted to say a shout out to 2 subscribers. They share. Adam Wingler and Coop Petty both play on my son's 7th and 8th grade football team. I saw them the other day working hard, getting ready for the big matchup on Monday, 4 o'clock there at Southern. But I think that they're working hard enough. They're going to do very well. It's a great team that they have there. I see the coaches working hard. They're doing very well. Every day they're there practicing, putting in the work. And I always tell them, put that work in. It'll pay off in the end. Trust me. Guys, thank you for subscribing, sharing, and liking. Matter of fact, if I could get you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get you guys something. Shirts, hats. We're going to send it in for Landon. You got to get your sizes together. Tell Landon, get them over to you. We're going to get those for you out there. About the last couple weeks. The last couple weeks were extremely busy. 1, for the bagel shop. 2, with the GREGG Valentino interview. That was a 5-part series. The interview that we had, GREGG was here about 7 hours. So we had to chop it up as much as we could to break it up. You could not upload a 7-hour podcast. It just wouldn't work because people lose attention. Doesn't matter if you're GREGG or you're anybody else. They will lose attention. So we wanted to do it in clips of about 20, 30 minutes. It worked. The viewers, the subscribers, through the roof the last week here. We just first dropped it last week, I believe, on a Sunday or Monday, and the response has been incredible. And I have to thank you for that. The crew and we've been really putting our work in here. It's 9 o'clock at night now, and I'm working on the podcast here. This is something we do for fun. It's our hobby, and we want to bring you as much value as we can. So if you could like and subscribe, share it to your friends, have them subscribe. That's great, because then we could bring on the good guests that we want you guys to enjoy. That being said, our next guest that will be aired, I don't know if I'll be able to air the other ones first, but if I do, then I will have to rearrange a schedule. But our next guest is going to be Jason Kingery. Those here in Berwick know who he is. Head coach, over 300 wins, comes from a rural place in West Virginia. Came up dirt poor. Dirt poor reminds me of a little bit of a story of like myself. Came up with nothing, and he's made himself a fantastic career. He's a great educator here in the Berwick Area School District, along with his wife. He does coach down at Central Columbia, but he's still here and a part of the community. And I reached out to him and asked him if he would come on. He was nice enough to say yes. He will be doing the show on Labor Day for me after his barbecue and what have you. He's going to come here and do it, which is, by the way, that's only a couple days away. Maybe a week, I think. Also, the big guest, Rita Gigante. If you don't know her, just Google Vincent the Chin Gigante. That is the daughter of Vincent the Chin Gigante. Vincent Gigante was the head of the New York Mafia. He was the head of the commission. He was head of the Genovese family. He was over John Gotti. He was the one who called the shots there. There's some people who debate that. There is no debate as to who was the real power player there with the 5 families in New York. It was Vincent the Chin Gigante. His daughter will be here in studio 1 week from Sunday, September 9th. And she will be here and go over her life and what she's doing now, how it was growing up in the mafia as a mafia daughter, and what she's doing now. She's a medium and a faith healer. She has a book out now that I want to promote for her. If you know of anybody who's interested in that, reach out to her. She will have her Instagram and her Facebook pages out all on our website there, or our social media. I apologize. We're just working on that website. We're getting it up at some point here. It's been overwhelming, the response we've gotten, and it's really out of control. So trust me, if you guys know me, things are all over the place. So as you can tell, my desk is a mess here. We are going to put that stuff out pretty quickly. And then after that, we just got confirmed for another guest. This guest is a very big guest. He was drafted in the NBA. He is here in town, and he's in a few towns over, and he's here, and he's been nice enough to reach out to my brother. My brother has set it up. He will be in studio. But let's go quickly over the GREGG Valentino interview. That was some of the most fun I've had in a very long time. GREGG, I couldn't have been more happy the way it went. He is a genuine guy. I know there's people out there that have his different opinions on GREGG. GREGG is a great guy. If you've ever been with GREGG and been around him long enough, you know his personality. He's loud. He is loud. He speaks his mind. He's got a big heart, and that showed in that 5-part series that we did. He was unbelievable. I tell you, you talk about someone who pushed the channel forward. We literally started this channel with 20 subscribers. 20. We are over 430 right now. We are over 28,000 views on his interviews alone. So some of this content that I'm putting out, we do the boxing corner with Diz, the boxing edition. Coach Diz will be here. I believe Coach Diz is going to be here on Sunday, so he can go over some stuff there. I think he'll be bringing in our guests too. So I think he'll be here. So we'll do another edition of the Zapata brand podcast boxing edition. And that being said, with him, GREGG was definitely someone who's pushed this channel further than I ever thought it would. Initially, I didn't know the impact, because you don't realize how much of an impact somebody has when you're not in that bubble. And he always told me, he's like, listen, this is going to be big for you. It's going to be a nice jump in your subscribership. It's going to be a nice jump in your viewers. And he was right on. Everything that he said happened. I cannot complain at all. His girlfriend is unbelievably nice, and it's total opposite. Sweet girl, pretty girl. She just sits there. Whatever Gregg's doing his work, she doesn't bother him. She runs an eBay store herself, which obviously you saw GREGG's statues that he's got, and all of the stuff he refurbishes and puts out on sale on eBay. Tremendous time. I think my brother Jersey Jay-Z is going to do a workout with him to post on the channel. I also think he's going down there to do some more of the inside his house filming, because that seemed to be a big hit. I mean, it's not often that you get to see a social media superstars inside of his house and how they live. No, it's not that way. Also, we did tape the Bo Orlando interview again. I do believe I have. It's going to be a just audio version, because it just was too hard to get it together to have all that, all the equipment, all the cameras and stuff. Rich was not present at the time, so I think it's just going to be an audio one. But you'll have some visuals with the pictures and what have you. And so it's not a lost cause, but we wanted to do that. We thought Bo should have been the first interview. Unfortunately, it didn't work out, but we did get it here. We were here late last night till about 11 o'clock filming after I was done with the bake. And Bo was nice enough to come in, and my wife and I sat here and worked the microphones and what have you, and made sure it was working good. So we're getting back with colleges, so I'm going to be extremely busy. Most people stop in the shop probably won't see me as much. I'll be doing a lot of the other work in the back. But we do have Michelle and Lee there taking care of most of the stuff, and they're great. They're on the ball. And eventually I will get back to moving towards the front of the store. It just has been so busy for me in the back end. Hopefully I get to see you guys more up front. If you do stop in and see me, say hi. Just say hi, say how you doing. I love seeing my customers. And unfortunately, I just haven't been up front as much. Also, don't forget, T-shirts are on sale. Hats, we just got in. We're gonna have them on sale. If you want a T-shirt or a hat or something of that nature, email podcast@thezapatabrand.com. Podcast@thezapatabrand.com. Just leave me your information there. I will correspond with you.
And remember, don't be envious of what I've accomplished in my life. Be inspired by what you can do in yours. Thank you for subscribing.